Okay, so patience. You do a run.
I
And you're
do a
like,
run.
I'm gonna go make sure my daughter is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need you. So you get there. I'm gonna need your roll perception for me.
Okay. A single successu.
A single success. Let me roll perception for her. Because you're tall and big and wholesome and southern. So
Right. If he has to, he'll stand on a crate and cup his hands around his mouth.
and he'll just say howdy.
Howdy. Have you
All right.
seen
Well,
my daughter?
yeah, I was gonna say oh no, you're looking around. Howdy, have you seen my dog? You're looking around and you don't see her. You see a big crowd of people kind of shuffling out and being led, back into the base. And people are complaining and shit, but like, whatever. But you don't immediately see her. So
Okay.
I am in the plug DJ. I'm not playing anything yet.
Um, he will stand on the crate to try to get better height. I'm sure there's crates around
Oh
here.
yeah, sure. Go for it.
Can
Climb
I
on.
make
Right.
another roll
Yeah,
then?
just roll on.
Oh, another one still.
I was gonna give you a +2.
Oh, okay. A one.
Well, you know what? Both of you guys get an equal one, and you match eyes, and you mostly see you notice her because she's also looking around for someone, and she's just like kind of with Derek, and Derek you see is talking, but it doesn't look like she's listening. And
Is he
he has
holding? Is he holding the plant?
yes, he's got it. He's got it in the other hand. And you notice her because of the violet streak in her hair.
Nice.
Which, by the way, no one has said how she got it. But
He's
I
fine
guess
with
there's a,
this.
I guess there's a hairdresser here.
Well, no one
And
said how she got it, but he kind of got a wink and nudge from Daisy, so.
oh yeah, yeah, I forgot about that. All right. Yeah, and you're totally real daughter, and you make eye contact, and over the crowded talking, she smiles. She looks at you and she kind of jumps up and starts waving at you. Like you
Yes.
barely see her pop up and down occasionally.
Patience will do a wave to acknowledge that he saw her, and he hops down and starts making his way through the crowd. Excuse me, pardon me, pardon me.
Howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Some people definitely notice you and they're like, oh, is that the guy? It's part of the welcoming committee. You hear what the club say. But yeah, you eventually make your way to an Elise and a Derek, and then Derek is like looks at you and is right about to say something, but then Elise just interrupts immediately. No respect. He's just like, that's fine. But Elise is like, Mr. Patience, you can't just do that.
He gets down onto a knee to embrace
You
Chilled.
get a you get a full on grip hug, and she nuzzles, and she's like, "You can't just leave."
I'm sorry, Elise. I was busy trying to help out with everything.
She slightly whispers, "I'm stuck with Derek." Derek doesn't notice that, or pretends not to at least.
Well, he's just doing his job, helping watch over you, right?
Derek nods. That's right. Just doing my job. Was trying to fight, of course, as a club does. But then I thought, Derek, what do? You have a child. You take care of the child, right, Derek? Yes. Didn't run. It's not because I was scared. I would never run because I'm scared because I'm a club. Guardians don't run. And he's like, I'm going to leave. Good day, Mr. Patience. And then he leaves.
I'll talk to you later, Derek.
Yes, of course. And then he leaves.
As
And
Derek
you
politely sees himself out.
see exactly. He takes the plant. You see him just holding it tightly. You
There's
still hear him mumbling something.
there's the glimmer of dad laughter in Patient's eyes.
And Elise, you guys are kind of there in the middle, and you're getting bumped, and some people are like, "Guy, what are you doing? Stand on the way."
Okay, how about we move on over here? And he'll just pick her up.
She'll be like, I can walk, Mr. Patient."
I wanted to hold you for a bit.
She gives a embarrassed daughter grumble.
And he'll shuffle her around his back to be like the piggyback.
Yeah, and she'll gladly take this one. She's like, forward! She gestures. She like shows off to everyone else.
And he'll move onward.
All right.
More just
And
to get out of the way, but also slowly making the way back to base.
all right. I can give you control, or if you want, we can just go back to the base. It's up to you.
We could go to back to base, but I'm sure they talked before they got there.
All right, I will give you. You know, I just gave it to everyone, so go ahead. Can you control it?
Yeah, I got it.
No. Okay. So you're walking along with the piggyback child.
Yep.
She's not saying much of anything.
How you holding up?
I'm holding up great, Mr. Patience. She pats your head. How are you holding up?
Well, I'm pretty there.
Go for it. Let me roll a child resolve composure, which is not a lot.
I don't think my willpower isn't back yet because it's still
Nope.
the same everything. 3.
Fine. Yeah. No, you got it. She I mean, honestly, this kid is kind of strong, right? You've noticed that, especially after what's happened to her. And you've noticed that she kind of. It looks like was able to deal with that situation fine, right? Like it shook her, obviously, but like she is not broken like she was when you first found her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then she's just kind of like drumming on your head a little bit. You know, Mr. Patience, I could have helped you fight.
You could have.
And then she does some punching motions and almost loses balance.
See, we'll keep you in the reserve, right?
You're right. You gotta save the secret weapon.
You have to keep practicing.
Mr. Patience, I beat you in a fight.
You did, but first time's a charm.
Sounds like a rematch to me.
Mayhaps. Sorry.
Why do you say mayhaps instead of maybe?
'Cause I'm an old soul.
Yeah, you're like 80, right?
More like 85.
I was close. As you pass the clubs, they're like, Patience isn't welcoming to me.
Gentlemen.
They nod to you respectfully.
Howdy. No, he just the gentleman, but it's like he walks past the music. Howdy.
I love it.
It's an aura of howdy.
Howdy, Aura. You kind of see these penguins flopping around.
Mm-hmm. I know I asked you how you're doing. And you're taking this real well. Trying to think about how he's progressing from there.
Of course. Yes, but both your parents are dead, so you should be sad.
Stop. In the all in all, how are you doing?
She doesn't say anything for a second, and she kind of chin rests on your head, which makes it harder for you to walk.
Oh, he's not moving at a fast pace anyway, so.
No, I know. It's just like that slight annoyance that you're willing to deal with kind of deal. And she just, I mean, I don't know. I've surprisingly, I don't know. I think I'm happy with. It's better than what it could have been. And she like rubs her nose. Go for it.
Yeah, just a 1.
Okay. Are you looking for something specific?
No, just
Roll again.
overall dad empathy.
Mhm.
That one.
Roll again.
Eh.
All right. She basically what you're getting from her is like she seems to have an outlook on the situation where like she's adapted essentially.
Mhm.
Like she's aware that it's not great. It's not that she's oblivious. She's aware that things aren't the best.
Right.
But it looks like she's found a way to look at it in a healthy way.
And Derek treating you good?
Yes. He's just annoying. Makes me clean up, help him cook.
Well, these are all very important things to know.
Yeah, but I want to fight like him. He's a club. He doesn't even fight.
He's just a very sensitive club.
Kick his butt. Says quietly.
Elite.
Sorry.
Language.
Sorry, Mr. Patience. I won't kick his butt.
There you go. He's working real hard taking care of you, and I'm sorry that I can't swing by as often as I like.
No, it's fine. And he's not that lame. Sometimes we watch movies.
What kind of movies?
He lets me pick and then he picks and we kind of switch off and his movies are boring and mine are fun.
And what kind do you like to watch?
Well, just movies, cartoon movies. Typical, I don't know, kid stuff.
Is this Kareem's way of dancing around specific titles?
It's more like, is that what he's asking? Because it's more like she as a kid is like, I mean, I guess kids would be more so like specific movies. So then, when does this take place? I'm trying to think of what came out recently.
Yeah, because I know like
This is
kids get like hyper detailed on something they like.
You're right. I'm wrong. Okay.
Oh no.
I'll go back. Let me think. I would say
I mean, Pokemon's always a safe bet.
I'm trying to think of what is like a more action-packed kids thing.
There's the whole like the Justice League or whatever, but I know they have something more recent than that. The Lego Movie.
The Lego Movie, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Yeah, she's into the Lego Movie. She starts going off for like a long time. She's like, I really like this character, and I think this character, I liked it really cool when the girl character kicked the buttons. She's like, sorry, I didn't mean to say butt, and then she continues. And then yeah, she goes off, and she's just like, and then I asked to get Legos, and then Derek said he'd get me the Legos, and then he said they were coming, and I don't know if they're coming, but if they come, that's cool, and I'm super excited.
Patience files all of this away, as he is wont to do.
Yes, of course.
Elise likes Legos.
Yes, she likes Legos and action.
And I mean, he'll let her continue as long as she wants without interrupting.
All right. She probably goes off for a while, and then eventually she does the typical kid ADD thing. She's like, "Oh, wait! Before we go to the base, the place you work, can we go back to Derek's real quick?"
Sure, of course. Where is it from here?
Fuck. It's the dorm, so I would say like she probably. Well, actually, I'm trying to think.
Which ones are the dorms? Is it the
So
yellow?
these are the dorms.
Okay.
I would say some of these are like more townhousey, some of them are more dorms. I would say he's in one of the more townhousey ones because of at least.
Right.
So
He got an upgrade to living situation because he's watching a child.
I mean, basically, yeah, he's got to take care of a kid.
We'll just say number 3 or something. And he'll take her there.
Okay. So she kind of she hits your back to let her off.
Yeah.
She's not about to hop off.
Down.
and then she runs inside. And do you wait outside?
I mean, he'll standing at the doorway.
Okay. You see her run inside and go upstairs. She's like, "I'll be right back," and then she goes and
All right.
you hear her knock crap over, and she doesn't pick it up. Clearly, you can tell because you have parent ears.
Mm-hmm.
It low key triggers you. You're like, "Clean up your stuff."
Oh, he'll mention it when she comes back.
And then when she comes down the stairs, she leans her head out first, like she pops her head out.
Uh-huh.
Like, you know how kids like they'll hide their body, like, and then yeah. So she's doing that. She's like, "Close your eyes."
I'll close my eyes as long as you promise that you'll pick up whatever you knocked over.
Eye roll.
He didn't see it.
Okay. And then she runs towards you, and then you wait a second, and then she tells you to open your eyes.
And he does.
When you open your eyes, she's holding up a paper, like, to you, like a drawing, and you can tell it's with the I think you gave her either crayons or markers.
Something like that.
You gave her some drawing stuff, and she used it. And it's a little picture. It's a little picture with what you presume is you, Mr. Mustachio, and Elise, and your beautiful daughter, fighting you guys in space cowboy outfits.
Oh. Big old pang to his heart.
Where's our composure?
Okay.
If I have to.
Don't have to tell me twice. Barely holding it in.
Dad sweats.
Oh, Elise.
Yeah, you hear that kind of kid ramble after that, where it's like, I tried to do this, but then this happened, and I was trying to do this.
It's
like
wonderful. And
Right.
he'll kneel down and grab her into a hug.
Mr. Patience. Her face like squished into you.
I'm just showing you my appreciation. This is something. A good kind of something. And it's going up on the fridge no matter what anyone says.
No.
No? You don't
No.
want everyone to see it?
No, it's just for you.
Alright, it'll go on my own personal fridge.
You have your own fridge.
You've seen it. The one I share with Mr. Oh shoot. What story? is his
Conwell?
name?
Conwell.
Yeah, with Mr. Conwell.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool. When do you think I'll get my own fridge?
When you're older.
Mm.
Yeah, rougher hair. And he very carefully, like, rolls the picture to store it for safekeeping.
Good job. Plus 10 dad points.
Yes.
And then she starts walking to go to the base with you.
Okay. Woo!
All right. Do you have a song you want to play? Because this one just stopped working for me. Oh, here's the one. Here's her theme song. If you want me to play that, actually.
Sure.
Because for some reason this song just stopped playing for me. I don't know why. Classic.
Classic.
All right. So you go to the base.
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
I'll just slide you over there. I don't know if she's been in here.
I don't know.
She knows it as the building that you work at.
That's probably the first time. Except that, like, how has everyone else met her then?
They've probably seen her around,
Okay.
and you probably introduced them. So maybe you were walking around with her, and you're like,
Okay.
"This is Elise, howdy howdy," and everyone was like,
Howdy,
"Howdy."
howdy.
He was like, "Howdy howdy."
She's my daughter, not daughter.
she's my replacement. I mean,
No.
just gotta replace him. Replace your wife, replace your daughter.
No. Help.
Then you'll never be sad again. I'll never go to therapy, damn it. All right.
Right. out of character, eventually Patience is gonna have to sit down and have the sad talks with her, but that's clearly not happening because he's gonna push it away again because he's sloth.
Oh, yes. Get all your willpower back.
Hey!
Um,
It's only one
he-
willpower because it's a vice.
Again, whatever, take it. You're gonna get it all back, right? God, so hey, your dad killed himself. No, it's fine.
Eventually they'll have to talk about it.
Clearly, she doesn't want to talk about it either.
Right.
She assumes the worst, probably.
Right. He assumes she assumes the worst, so there you go.
No, that's even worse that he's leaving it. She probably already figured out she's a smart kid. I'm done.
Okay, anyways.
Yes. Rock the base, and we're gonna.
I don't recall. Have I brought you here before?
Oh yeah, put it on the GM. He's like, no. She looks inside, and she taps your back to let her down,
He does.
and she runs around and shit, looks at everything. Everyone just kind of like smiles at you, probably, or looks at her, and she might get an occasional hello or conversation as she runs around.
Uh-huh.
She's like, tries to open this door, it's locked. Probably goes in here, talks to Daisy for a second, runs out.
Nice.
She makes her rounds. Probably walks in here, gets yelled at by the doctor, oogles at the rock, sees Jackie, sweats. My hero. Runs off. Ooze. This one sees robot, ogles. This fucking Tess is like, why is there a little girl in here? But yeah, and she comes back and she's fucking breathing heavily because she's a running little garbage. Oh yeah, you're right. They're probably covered in blood. The doctor's like, you get out of here, kid. She's
Right,
like,
well, not like she hasn't seen her share of trauma.
Yeah, right. Says that to patients. Elise can take that shit. Elise flexes no. But she comes back.
He'll have made a thing of hot chocolate for her.
No, quick. You're a god. Pets the doggo. The doggo pets her back with his eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, and she-
gives it to her.
A time.
So yeah, I can't think of much else you can talk to her right now about.
Yeah, just the smallest thing would be just that I want to say real quick. She'd
Okay.
probably be like, Miss Patience, I realized the best thing about being here is that there's always an excuse. And as she takes the hot chocolate to drink hot chocolate.
There will always be an excuse to drink hot chocolate.
Wonderful. There you go. There's the end of the RP. You can name it. There will always be an excuse to drink hot chocolate.
Yes. Perfect.